I made a video the other day talking about how while story and character are the most important aspect of any script, you still need to pay attention to the formatting and avoid too many typos in order to not disrupt the reader's experience so that they can get the emotional impact from the key moments of your script. Today I'm going to be giving you 3 formatting errors that disrupt my experience in the script that I read or edit. The first formatting error that throws me off in the script that I read is changing character's name mid-script. This is what I mean. You introduce a character, Chooks Joseph, as CJ. Every time we see this character, he is CJ. When he speaks, it is CJ that is written in the character panel. Every other character in the script calls him CJ. The only characters who would now call him Chooks or Mr. Joseph would be police officers or characters who, within the confines of the situation and the scene, are required to call him by his government name. But even when he's talking to these characters, we still see CJ in the character panel. And then out of nowhere, somewhere in the middle of the script, his name becomes Chooks. And we see in the character panel, Chooks. That can be a little distracting because now I'm like, who is Chooks? Who be this one? My brain would not even have clicked that his name is Chooks because I'm used to seeing CJ and my brain expects to see CJ there. For other characters who probably have a different name or a nickname, there hasn't really been any impactful procedure in the story that warranted the change of that name. And so my brain still expects to see CJ whenever CJ talks, even if someone else calls him Pookie. Don't just start writing Pookie, who is now speaking. Now, who is Pookie? I don't know who that is. The second formatting error that throws me off in scripts I read is parentheticals in between dialogues. This one is not very easy to explain if you haven't used any professional screenwriting software to write a script before, because even when you see it as a non-screenwriter, you might actually think that it makes sense and is a good thing. When a character is speaking and then there is something in parentheticals while they are speaking that happens to that character or maybe by that character, and the parentheticals it breaks the dialogue in such a very chaotic way that you're like, what is going on here? Is this parentheticals a mistake? I don't know if it is because I am a screenwriter and I have used this software and I know that there is a way to do something like this and this is not the way to do it. It throws me off because I'm like, put the parentheticals in the parentheticals tab. Every professional screenwriting software lets you know how to use now what goes where. So putting parentheticals in dialogue, stop it. The third one, this one too, depending on who you are, can vary. So we all have scene 4, and then there could be scene 4A, scene 4B, scene 4C. But everything about scene 4 is still happening in scene 4, in the same scene, in the same environment of the scene. But then in some scripts you'd see scene 4A and then scene 4B would be a completely different scene in an entirely different place, sometimes in an entirely new day, and then scene 4C would be back in where scene 4A was, but another day again. Those are 3 different scenes, so that should be scene 4, 5, and 6. Even though scene 6 kind of is happening in the same place where scene 4 is happening, they are 2 different scenes, so just separate them. Stop confusing the readers. I don't know if these formatting errors are based on the perspective of me being a screenwriter myself, and I'm also reading as a screenwriter when I'm reading any script, but they throw me off, so there you have it. If you want me to talk about any more formatting errors that throw me off, let me know and I'll do them in another video. If you have formatting errors that I didn't mention here that throw you off too, leave it in the comment and let's share so that everybody knows, and any screenwriter that watches the video and sees this comment knows to avoid these things so that you can tell them that their script is fine.